You're not gonna believe this.
What's going on?
John just accused me of killing Marty's baby.
Our baby?
How are you feeling?
There is no baby. Not anymore.
Look, I know that you made me promise not to go and see Marty, but I felt so bad about the things that I said to her. I had to go and apologize. And I mean, I still can't believe those words came out of my mouth. If it weren't for the baby, John would be with me. Brody, Marty lost the baby.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But miscarriages happen, Natalie. You can't blame yourself.
It wasn't a miscarriage. Someone pushed Marty down the stairs. Baby died. It's a homicide.
Who would push a pregnant woman down a flight of stairs?
Me, according to John.
Were you here all night? Did you sleep at all?
It doesn't matter. As long as you're okay.
Are you okay? When I was in surgery, did you find Natalie?
Yeah.
Did you arrest her?
No.
What? Why not? She took our baby. She pushed me down those stairs and she made me lose our baby. She belongs in jail.
Talk to Brody, he was there. She blamed our baby for the fact that you two aren't together.
She said she was coming back to the hospital to apologize.
No! No! She wanted our baby gone, John, and she made it happen.
She has to pay for that! The fact that John could consider that I would deliberately push someone down the stairs, a pregnant woman, that's horrible.
I think you have to cut him some slack, Natalie. He just lost his kid.
And I told him how sorry I was about the baby. I didn't want anything bad to happen to the baby. I love babies. I miss him. You know, it's not fair. We have feelings for each other, and we weren't even allowed to see where it was going to go. Because, yes, Marty got pregnant. That's a fact. But you know what? I'm allowed to be disappointed, and I am allowed to talk to my friend about it. And no, I should not have rubbed it in Marty's face. But that does not mean I pushed her down the stairs.
You told him all this?
Yes! But obviously Marty thinks I'm guilty, and she's convinced John of that.
He's a cop, Natalie. He knows that's not evidence.
Except I was there when John found Marty.
What?
I told you that I went to apologize to her, but she didn't want to hear it, so she brushed past me. I went to the elevator that was out of order, so I took the stairs, and I must have gotten there right after someone pushed her down the stairs. So I was at the scene of the crime, and I'm sure John considers that evidence.
It's maybe opportunity, but I don't know if it's evidence.
I have motive. Baby's gone, I get John, and now means an opportunity. My two hands pushing Marty down the stairs.
It's not enough for an arrest. Not without a witness.
I wouldn't put it past Marty to convince John that she saw me. She'd say anything to hang on to John.
You said you didn't see Natalie push you.
I know, but I told you I saw her right outside my office. She tried to stop me, but I went past her because I'd had enough of her that day. You told me you saw her standing at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, I did.
She told me. She told me our baby was in the way.
Excuse me, Dr. Saybrook. This is a personal code for family members so that they can receive information when they call in.
Yeah, thanks. But,
I think we're gonna tell my son when I get home. It'll just upset him if he knows I'm in the hospital.
I'm afraid your son already knows. He called to ask about your condition.
You know, he loves that little Hope, and he was... You know, he doesn't have any brothers and sisters, so he...
Did he mention who told him that you were in the hospital?
He didn't know. He didn't know until I called him. The nurse must have made a mistake. He wasn't the one who called earlier.
Look, I know I'm impulsive and I do a lot of crazy things. I mean, I'm the one who showed up at a funeral in a flaming red dress, but that does not mean that I would push Marty down a flight of stairs. And the fact that John doesn't know that...
Marty says she saw you.
You know what? Fine. Come and cuff me. Take me downtown. Save John the trip.
Oh, all I'm saying is that John has an obligation to question you, and that's all it is. Look, he didn't book you, and I'm not going to either.
Why?
Because I don't think you did it.
Do you believe me?
Hey, all right, you told Marty off, and yeah, maybe it was a little harsh, but you laid it out. You didn't need to push her.
Thank you. You know, it's really funny. Neither one of us would be here right now if we didn't love Jessica so much. Yet somehow, you seem to believe me, and John, the man I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. Why can't he see that I'm innocent?
We'll find out who did this, I promise.
We know who did it.
There's no evidence Natalie pushed you, and without that, we can't make an arrest.
If it wasn't your ex, would you see it the same way? Or are you protecting her?
I'm gonna find who did this, I promise.
Even if it's Natalie.
Even Natalie.
I thought John knew me better than anyone in this world. I thought we had this special connection, but obviously not. Not if he thinks that I would kill his baby so that I could get my claws into him.
You have to remember John's a cop.
He's my friend.
Which is why he has to lean on procedure. He doesn't trust himself. So he asks you the questions he needs to ask, and he takes note of your response. And that's all it is. And the fact that he hasn't pursued this should tell you something.
I saw how he went after Jared. He's not gonna stop. Not until he destroys what little we have left.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Hey, Brody, can you come down to the hospital and take a statement from Marty?
I'm on it.
It's John.
And I gotta get going. My shift's starting, and he wants me to take Marty's statement.
Well, we know what she's gonna say. Should I get a lawyer?
Natalie, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I promise I will give you a heads up if it comes to that.
Thank you. Thanks for everything.
I didn't tell you about the baby.
Natalie told me about it. And that you like her for the assault.
Yeah, I have some questions. Brody is gonna take your statement. I promise you we're gonna get the truth.
How are you feeling?
Fine. Let's just get it over with.
Marty, do you know of anyone who may have wanted to hurt you?
You were there. You were there when Natalie informed me that if it weren't for my baby, she would be with John. So I think you know the answer to the question.
Anyone else ever threaten you? An unhappy patient, someone you work with? Any other enemies you can think of?
I don't know what else to tell you, Brody. I ran into Natalie in the corridor right before I went to the stairwell.
How about earlier in the day? Did you talk to anyone else? Were there any problems? Anything out of the ordinary?
There was someone else.
Who was it?
Todd Manning.